Okay, so that was one of the shortest Monday Night Football games of the season. ESPN really tried their best to make the game as long as possible with all the advertising and commercials throughout the game, but it just was still short overall. And that was thanks to the 49ers' offensive game plan, which was really just to run the ball and to chew the clock as much as possible. And this game was just sloppy overall from both teams. 5 total turnovers. There could have been another one with Christian McCaffrey's fumble, but the offense picked it up. Brock Purdy had 3 interceptions all in the first half. Bryce Young had 2 interceptions, one in the first half and one in the second half. And honestly, if you didn't watch this game, I do not blame you. This is just kind of one of those weird like Monday night games that like it looks like it would be a good game just based on record, but if you know like how these teams have been playing all year, it really wasn't going to be that good of a game. And San Francisco, I don't know how good they really are. I mean, they're 8-4 right now, but I think they're more of an 8-4 team just based off of a weaker schedule and just a really good coaching job from Kyle Shanahan and Robert Saleh. Robert Saleh's done a great job with this defense. I mean, there's injuries all over this defense from the secondary to the linebackers and the front line, and they're doing this with like second, third string guys and rookie players. I think if someone's going to win like coordinator of the year, I think Robert Saleh is definitely going to be that guy and maybe even get a head coaching job again because this has been a phenomenal coaching job by him. This 49ers offense has just been kind of inconsistent, not very good all year. Brock Purdy, I'm not sure if he's still hurt or not, but he looked a little off today, had less than 200 passing yards, and 2 of the interceptions that he had were very similar. One was a deep ball to the end zone to Pearsall, kind of underthrows it, just kind of misses him a little bit. That leads to an interception. And then there was another one to Juwan Jennings, very similar, just kind of underthrows it a little bit. Maybe if he had more of a healthy foot and that toe injury wasn't nagging him, he could have maybe like got that ball to the receiver better. And then, I don't know, I'm not going to blame him too much for that other one, the Juwan Jennings, where J.C. Horns was just on the other side of the field and just crossed over. That was just a really great play by J.C. Horn. He had 2 interceptions. He's been one of the best corners this year. That was his 5th interception of the season. And I think even the offensive line just hasn't been great. I mean, Christian McCaffrey, I mean, he had a decent stat line. He had almost 150 total yards of offense, I believe. But he was averaging less than 4 yards a carry, and he has been all year. His receptions and his receiving yards have been pretty good. I believe he's top 10 in receiving yards this season. And Kittle, he's just a great player when he's healthy. He'll give you 75 yards easily. He'll give you 6 or 7 receptions, and his blocking is just great. But they're thin at receiver. I think Pearsall's all right. I think he needs to get in the offense more. I know he's been in and out of the rotation this year. The Ayuk situation's weird. I've read that he might not even be on the team anymore after this season. That's been a whole bizarre thing. I just think this 49ers team is just not that great in terms of talent. I just think the coaching has been really good, and I think Carolina just really blew an opportunity to win this game. I mean, you get 3 turnovers. 2 of the turnovers were at the 50-yard line or by the goal line, and that interception by Bryce Young was just awful. I mean, you're at the 1-yard line. You could have ran it in. He just forced a throw to Evans, and that was just a really bad ball. I mean, I'm not even sure why they didn't run it to Dottle. I mean, he's been one of the best running backs in the league and one of the best stories. Only 6 carries in the first half alone. I thought his usage in the red zone should have been more. And this is a team that really is more of a run-first team. This isn't a team that's going to ask Bryce Young to throw a lot. I know he had like 480 yards last week against the Falcons, but that's not the norm when it comes to Bryce Young. He's only had 2 200-plus passing yard games this season. He's not a guy that's passing a lot and getting a lot of yards. This team is really about putting the run first and playing defense and playing with a lead. And I think with the Panthers, I think they've done the best job as they could with Bryce Young. I think Bryce Young's been all right this season. I don't think he's been as horrible as his 2023 or 2024 campaign, but he's still not an elite quarterback or a quarterback you would want to take first overall. He hasn't been as good as where he was being taken. And, I mean, he's kind of short. He's 5'10", not very big. Like, he's not like a Kyler Murray big frame guy. He's not a great deep ball thrower. He had a nice throw, 29 yards to McMillan, who's been one of the best rookie wide receivers in the league this year. But I think the Panthers, really could have had an opportunity to win this game if the quarterback play was better and if the play calling by Canales was a little bit better as well. I just don't know why they didn't stick to the run game more in the first half. This team is really good in the run game. And this team also really is about the short game with the throws. They rely on hitch routes with the running backs, little flats. This is not a team that's going to go down the field based off of like chunk yard plays. This is not a team that is going to like break off a 50-yard throw or something like that. This is a team that is about methodically marching down the field. And they were down by, 14 points. I mean, this is not a team against the 49ers defense that's well coached. I just didn't see them coming back. And I just also questioned that going for two on that roughing the passer call. Roughing the kicker call. I don't know why they went for it. I thought the play was not a very good setup. I thought, why not run it on the one again? I just have some questions with the play calling. I think Canales has done a great job, don't get me wrong, this year. They're 6-6. He's got the team playing really hard. The team has improved every year under him. Well, I guess he's only been coaching for 2 years, but still, the team's playing hard, and the team hasn't been improving in the Bryce Young era. And I think Dan Morgan's drafted pretty well in the past 2 drafts. I think the Panthers have a lot of promise, and who knows? I'll probably make a video about it sometime this week about who's going to win the NFC South. We'll have to see with Baker's injury. But with the Panthers, I wouldn't be too worried about not making the playoffs. I think they have a very favorable shot still. They got to bye in, I believe, 5 games after this to make a run. And like I said, with Baker's injury, who knows? I'm very intrigued to see how that's going to pan out. But I think overall with this game, I think it was just more the 49ers are just a better coach team. I think they just have the better coordinators, and I just think they have better skill positions, and I think their game plan was better. I'm not sure if I really think the 49ers are a team that's going to do any damage in the playoffs. There's a good chance they might not even make the playoffs. They have a tough schedule still to remain. But I think overall, I think if I'm the Panthers, I think you're impressed with a lot of the talent that you have. I think Dottle's going to be a good running back. The O-line's solid. McMillan's going to be a good wide receiver. I think maybe, I don't know if it's 2026 or 2027, but I think it's time to move off of Bryce Young. And I think a lot of people now, they haven't really been paying attention to Panthers football. They're not really on a primetime game a lot. But I think a lot of people see, with Bryce Young, he's not the greatest quarterback. And I think you saw it tonight. If this is a team, that's down by a lot, they're not going to come back. And I know they had a comeback last week, but that's the Falcons. The Falcons are horribly coached. Michael Penix got injured during that game. The defense is okay. The offense is kind of bad. The play calling by their coordinator is not very good. I think this is just an example of better coaching and just having a little better talent. But I'm just curious, what do you guys think? 49ers fans, 8-4, how do you guys feel? Do you guys think you have a good chance of making the playoffs? Panthers, what do you guys think? What do you guys think about Bryce Young and the future of this team? Do you think you guys can win the division? Thank you guys for watching.